Welcome to Iowa Live. We are at Central Iowa Neuropathy with Dr. Ole Olson, and I said we are at Central Iowa Neuropathy here in Ankeny. Dr. Olson, good to see you.
You too. Welcome to this clinic.
All right, tell everybody where exactly we are so they have an idea.
Yeah, absolutely. We're at 210 Northeast Delaware Avenue here in Ankeny. Right off the First Street exit. We're inside the Great Southern Bank on the first floor.
All right, easy to find. Come in and hang a right, and you are right here. We have a very special guest we're going to talk to here in a couple of seconds, but let's talk about Central Iowa Neuropathy and Peripheral Neuropathy. What is it?
So peripheral neuropathy is really just damage to the nerves outside of our central nervous system. Central nervous system, brain, spinal cord. So really we're talking the nerves that leave the neck going down the arm into the hands.
So here, and yep.
Down the legs into the feet, as well as the nerves going into our vital organs.
Right. And how would someone, realize maybe they have neuropathy going on?
Yeah, so a lot of symptoms that we typically see, could be a numb, tingling, kind of a dead sort of feeling, because they really just don't feel anything.
Right.
While other times it's really painful. It could be a burning pain, a cold pain, a sharp shooting electrical type pain. And sometimes it's just a balance issue.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now you mentioned the numb feeling. Is this like if your arm falls asleep? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Now, is this something that be happening on a recurring basis that you're saying this is not right?
Yeah, so typically it starts kind of the tips, so the fingertips, the tips of the toes, things like that. And what happens is it starts to move back as those nerves start to die off. It moves back through the hand or foot, eventually into the arm or the leg.
All right, and there is some things that can be done about this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have what's called a neuropathy reversal program here in the clinic. And what we do is we take the person through a comprehensive analysis to determine what's going on in that individual, what's causing their neuropathy, as well as how much damage do they have to start with.
Right, and you have someone that was able to take you up on your offer of trying to find out what in the world was going on with their peripheral neuropathy. Kitty is joining us. What symptoms did you have, Kitty?
I had a lot of pain in my feet as soon as I got out of bed until I went to bed at night. Just a lot of pain in the bottom of my feet and in the sides.
Now, was this happening when you're walking, or would this be at all times?
It was only happening when I would walk.
Really?
Yeah.
And how difficult was it for you to get around at all?
Well, I did it, but I just had just grit and bear it, but it did hurt.
Right, so you decided to come into Central Iowa Neuropathy and find out what can be done. And what did we learn about Kitty when she came in, doctor?
Yeah, she actually, when we first tested her, she had about 32 and 34% loss of nerve function already in her feet and legs.
And that's really important, is to get in when you're first experiencing this, right?
Yeah, the sooner you can get in, the better, because a lot of times what happens is people, we always like to say it's not that big of a deal.
Right,
we just kind of put it off.
Some people live with it, yeah.
And you say you can live with it and get by, like she was gritting it and getting through, but you could only walk, how far did you say when you started?
Just down my driveway.
Yeah, so just down the driveway to the mailbox. And people think that that's normal and they can still get by with it, but the longer they wait, they risk that becoming more permanent in nature, where you just can't reverse that damage anymore.
Okay, so you came in, you saw Dr. Ole Olson, and he prescribed some treatments. And you've been on treatment for how long?
4 weeks, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
And has it made a difference?
It has.
Really?
I was skeptical, thinking nobody's going to help me, but it was amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
What's so amazing about it? What's one thing that opened up your eyes really wide this past weekend?
Well, this weekend I was able to walk 1.5 miles, and I know that doesn't sound like very much, but it was a lot for me. I was so happy. So
1.5 miles from only being able to go to the mailbox.
Yeah.
And this is after treatments for only about a month.
A month.
Could you imagine the progress she's going to have here as we continue with this?
Yeah. And this is something that people are told that they just have to live with. There's nothing that can be done for it.
So you're proof, Kitty.
Yeah.
Something can be done about it?
Yep.
That is great news. Now, people need to find out more information about all the services that you offer here. What is the easiest thing they can do?
The easiest thing to do would be to call the number and get signed up for our upcoming seminar.
Okay.
We've got a free seminar. They can come in, learn more about what's going on, what we could do for them, and then if they want to get a more comprehensive evaluation, we can do that for them to figure out what's going on.
All right, that number, the 505 number we've talked about so many times, 505-3700, 515-505-3700. You come in, and to go along with that too, I understand that if you come in and learn about what you can do about peripheral neuropathy at Central Iowa Neuropathy, do you still have any of your books left?
Absolutely. They get a free copy of my book, Reversing Neuropathy, where it lays out our comprehensive approach to how we get these things fixed.
This is great news. And great news, Kitty. Congratulations on having your pain, saying bye-bye.
Yeah.
And we wish you continued success and continued progress. there.
Thank you.
There you go. Dr. Ole, thank you so much. Great to see you, and a great place here, folks. Over in Ankeny, it is 210 Northeast Delaware, right here in Ankeny.